Hey everyone. So we were exploring the meta arguments mm, in Terraform. So we explored bit like how depends on works, how it changes the execution of a creation or how it manages the sequence, basically. Okay. So today we will check another uh, meta argument which is called count and for each. So these two are basically, let's say you want to create multiple resources and with similar kind of uh, parameters or similar kind of properties. So you can use one of these. So we'll start with count first, and for that we are going to create multiple EC2 instances with a similar kind of like instance type. Okay, so and we are not going to repeat the code because we are using count there. Okay, so let's start with that. So let me go here and create a file for count. So let's name it count.tf, and we'll start with provider. So the provider is AWS. Okay, and the reason we are going to use is US East 1, US East 1. Okay, and we don't have to provide anything else here. And then we will come to the so we will basically create a variable, and we'll name the variable. Okay, let's name it instance count. Okay, and we will put a default value as let's say 4. We want to create four instances. Okay, so we are going to use this use this variable for our count. Okay, and let's go and define our uh, resource. So resource will be AWS EC2 AWS instance. Okay, and let's name it uh, count EC2 instance. Okay, and what we are going to do here, we are going to do count. So basically, so although we haven't explored the variables yet, but again we are just I'm just going to use it. Probably later on I'll create something on the variables and other stuff. Okay, so for now let's keep it this way only. So we have like assigned the value to count. Okay, now we let's say we want to create okay, so first, what else we need? We need the AMI for this. Okay, so let me go to my console first and let's see like what are the AMIs for the US East one, because it varies from region to region. So let's say we want to create Ubuntu one. Okay, and the AMI is this one. So I'm just going to copy it and I'm going to say AMI and then paste it. Okay, so this is the AMI. So it is going to create an uh, uh, Ubuntu type. It is going to use Ubuntu to create our machine there. Okay, and let's say instance type. Okay, so let's say we want only T2 micro. Okay, so I'm just going to use T2 micro there, and let's put some tags here. So let's give it some name. Okay, so by default it will have some tags, and we are going to utilize the counts itself, like basis of count you will we can identify, okay, what's the name of. So it will be something like instance and then the numbering like 1 2 3 4, something like that. Okay, so let's say let's name it count ec2 uh, okay, let's keep it short then. Let's say instance, and then give it some value. So basically how to get a value from count. So you can utilize this count dot index, and every time it will add one, like so it will start from 1, then it will go until 4. Okay, so let's save it, and okay, so let's go here and go to cd meta.args. So we have these files. So we are just going to we are we need count.tf. Okay, and one more thing. So like when we have like multiple TF files inside a folder, so basically what Terraform does, it bundles the bundles all the files and creates kind of a package, and it will execute all of them. So let's say we don't want to execute this one, so I'm just going to comment it for now. Okay. And let's say, so Terraform init, and till then we can go here and check like how many instances we have. So I'm going to close it. So right now we don't have any instances here, and the reason is US is 12. So let's go back and run Terraform format, Terraform validate. Okay, let's see. So the configuration is valid. Great. Terraform plan. So let's see how many resources it's, it's going to create. Okay. So if I scroll up, so as you can see, it says 4 to add, although we have added only one resource here. Okay. So if I go up and see like how many resources it's going to create, uh, instance 4, instance 3, instance 2, and instance 1. So it's going to create 4. So let's do Terraform apply. Yes, we want to create it. So it's creating. Let's see how much time it takes. Hmm. Creation complete after 16. Okay. This one is still creating. Okay, let's go here and refresh it. And let's see. It says still creating. Okay. Apply complete. So 4 added, 0 change, 0 destroyed. Okay, let's go here. And as we can see, the names are like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is how like you can create multiple resources with the similar configuration at once. So as you can see, like instance type was t2.micro, and instance ID is this. Okay, this is like some unique value. And yeah, so uh, that is all for count, like how you can create. So I'll go back and I'll destroy it because we don't need these. So destroy, and it should destroy all of them. Okay. Okay, yes. So it's deleting. Till then it's destroying. We can go ahead and we can create a file for each. Okay. We go inside the folder. Let me create one for each.tf. Okay. And we are going to do the same thing, like uh, we have to follow the same process. So provider will be AWS, and we are going to use reason as US East one. Okay. And then okay, and again we are going to create a variable here. Okay, so let's say this time let's create some S3 buckets. Okay, so let's say we want to create a bunch of buckets with different names, and we have a list of the names. Okay, so let's name it bucket names. Okay, um, bucket names. All right, and let's provide some value here. So let's pass the list, and let's give it like a for each bucket one. So I'm just going to copy paste them. Okay, so I'm going to create 3. So I'll just use, so okay, let's do, instead of this, let's do 1001 002. I'm not sure like if it's going to allow us to use these names, but anyway we are going to use them. We'll see. Okay, and then in resources We are going to use AWS S3 bucket, and we can name it as uh, uh, S3 buckets. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we are going to use for each. Um, so basically, like how we are going to loop through uh, the list of the different names we have given here. Okay, so so let's say um, so first we have to get the values. Okay, so to set, and we'll get the variable name. So variable dot bucket names. Okay, so we got the names. So now we have to loop through them. So okay, so bucket to each dot value. So each dot value, what it does, it basically uh, gets the value from. So basically, what it is doing. So it's going to store, like going to iterate through the this list, and for each value, like for each, it creates like each instance of like each iteration, and for each iteration, whatever the value is for that particular key, it is going to get that key. Okay, we'll pick the value name, uh, the bucket name from the list, and then let's give some tags here. Okay, and we can name it as, again, we are going to do the same thing. Go to each dot value. Okay, and let's see. So, and also like for the count when it destroyed all four of them, so just going to clear it, and I'm going to comment this one. Okay, because we don't want to create all those S3 instances again. So let's go and Terraform plan, and let's see if these bucket names are valid first. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so as you can see here, so let me scroll up. Okay, so here for each bucket 001, for each bucket 001, one resource, the second 002, 003. So if I hit Terraform apply, so it should be able to create the resources. So let's see. Yes, we want to create. Okay, let's see. So it's creating three. So let me go here and okay, let me refresh it. So all of them has been terminated. Okay, so these instances will get removed after some time. S3, and let's see if we have any buckets there. So it created three resources, zero. Okay, so for each bucket 001, bucket 002, bucket 003, and if I minimize it, okay, as you can see, timestamp. Okay, all right. So let me go, and so this is how like you can create and destroy multiple resources um, with the same configuration. Okay, so let me destroy them. Yes. So that was all for count and each provider we already discussed, and the life cycle. So probably we'll in the next one we will discuss about like life cycle, how we can use the arguments which can allow us to put some different kind of conditions while creating or managing the resources. Okay, so if I refresh it, so buckets has been removed. Okay, so if I go to buckets, so there's no bucket here. So that was all for uh, count and for each. In the next one, uh, we'll pick the life cycles. Yeah. Thank you.